Yo guys, what is going on? Insanity coming back at you today with another State of the Game recap for the Division, and today it's going to be for the date of July 20th, 2017. To start things out, yes, this wasn't a solo day. Hamish was indeed here. It wasn't just Yannick over on the couch. Hamish is on vacation, but he was hiding in the back doing the technical side of things over on the stream, so thank you, Hamish, for making this stream possible and just hanging out with us in spirit. I appreciate it. Enjoy your vacation, bud. This was another Skyped-in stream from Redstorm. Keith did make his appearance to go ahead and try and give his insight on what's changing with the PTS, what's happening with the 1.7 total update, and where things are headed with the future with the new classified changes, how global event caches are going to become a thing with the leaderboards, and I'm going to go ahead and jump in to all of that right now. Let's just go ahead and start things out with the most obvious change. First of all, we all know that console PTS players are a little upset that they didn't get the full experience because they got PTS2, while PC players are getting PTS3. So good news for you guys, PTS3 is scheduled to be certified and released this coming Tuesday on both PS4 and Xbox One. So you'll be able to do your full recalibration, mess with the gear, try and bend things the way that you see fit to try and do the best testing possible. Yes, I know everyone wants to go ahead and try and mess with classifieds, but don't forget about the Ninja Bike stuff, guys. I mean, it's really important to try and get these hybrid, major gear sets that are going to be just combined together to create some really unique and powerful builds that I'm really excited to go ahead and see how things go. Now, next thing on the list I wanted to go ahead and drop to you guys is they did make a patch change where the RPM cheesing tactic to try and give weapons higher RPM than what the stat was given on the guns, that has been changed, so that's no longer going to be happening, and the sausage is going to be changing, okay? This is going to be something that console PTS3 players are going to have an edge on over the PC players. This is a PTS3 console exclusive change that's not available on PC, so congrats to you guys. The sausage is changing in a pretty big way because, as everybody knows, it's going to be the most used gun with Striker right now, and they're pretty much going to give it a little bit of a change, similar to what they did with the SVD. They wanted to try and balance it out so it's got a little bit more of a spread. You can't land all those shots, so that it's a little bit more in balance with the rest of the shotguns in the game. So all of you running sausages with Striker and just trying to wreck people, that's going to be changing your idea up a little bit in the way that you try and play. Classified gear was another huge concern for a lot of players, and especially the way things were dropping with the global event caches. Not everybody was getting the classified gear that they were promised, so on and so forth. And that's really what I want to go ahead and jump into you with this. They are changing the drop rate. It's now going to give you the option of getting guaranteed 2 items and a 3rd bonus item if you're able to get one. But more importantly, a 50% drop rate on classified gear. I mean, guys, that is freaking huge. I can't believe it's jumping up that high. People in the chat, some were saying it may be too high, but I think it's going to be a great way to try and get that full gear set that you guys want to try and get. Over on the global event leaderboards, if you do happen to get in one of those reward sections, you're guaranteed a classified gear cache that is going to give you 100% a classified drop in that cache, which is, again, another great way to try and fill out the entire gear set that you may be shooting for at the time. Now, last but not least, I really wanted to go ahead and touch with you guys is this new idea that these classified caches may not be making it into a PTS at all. They may not be doing a PTS4. They're not sure if that's something they want to continue testing or if they want to go ahead and try and compile everything, make update 1.7 and have this thing go live. Either way, I think it would be a pretty good decision to at least try and test it. Some people are saying that they really want the final version of the build on the PTS so we can get that tested to make sure everything works. But again, guys, they're not going to be able to try and make a 1.7.1, quality of life fix if this doesn't go live anyway. So don't worry. They know what they're doing. They have a nice schedule that they're going to try and stay on, and that's that. The last thing I want to touch on, the potential of the 1.8 PTS. The invite system that worked for 1.7 for console, we all know it was a complete mess. It was a disaster, and that's something that needs to change. They're trying to find out new ways to try and make this process, especially the selection process, for those who had the playtime, that had all the hours put in, that played in the last 30 days before the selection process was made. All that stuff gets fixed. The other main thing on why you may not have been able to get an invite is for one of 2 reasons. They did announce that you had to at least be 18 years of age. If you did not have that qualification, you were automatically exempt. You can't qualify. The second thing is, you know how you usually have those little sign-ups saying, hey, do you want promotional emails from us? Ubisoft had that on the Uplay site, and if you didn't have that checked, again, you didn't get an invitation because it's technically a promotional email trying to promote a game and a testing phase of that game. So those are the two main reasons why a lot of people didn't get it. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap everything up. I mean, I'm pretty stoked and excited for some of the changes. I'm glad to see classified gear is getting a huge bump so that more people have an opportunity to get it so they can get rid of that trash of the other gear pieces that they already have. What did you think, guys? What are you excited for? Are you playing console PTS? Are you playing PC PTS? Are you excited for 1.7 in the future and what's to come? Sign off in the comments down below, guys. Thank you all again for your support, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.